Virtual Racing School was developed to provide support to the next generation of sim racers. No matter if you're a rookie or veteran or what car or track you'll be racing, our goal is to provide training every step of the way. We found that iRacing can be quite difficult without proper training. There needed to be a way to prepare for on-track racing. With VRS, you can literally learn from the best sim racers in the world, including 4-time NASCAR iRacing World Champion Raul Falla.
And Raul Falla is a 4-time champion of the NASCAR VRS iRacing Series.
3-time iRacing Grand Prix World Champion Martin Kroenke.
Martin Kroenke becomes a 3-time world champion.
Rallycross World Champion Mitchell de Jong.
Mitchell de Jong is now champion for the iRacing Rallycross World Championship Series.
And many other top sim racers. Data packs include everything you need to start learning. Our World Championship coaches create the data packs by setting a hot lap or a series of fast laps for you to compare, analyze, and replicate. Data packs also include a tutorial where the coach points out techniques they use to hit the fast lap. This gives you access to the latest driving techniques and setups before you even hit the track. Sign up for a free account and download the VRS telemetry logger. With this application running seamlessly in the background, your laps automatically start syncing to the VRS website. From there you can analyze and compare 2 laps of your choice, whether it's your data, the coaches, or your teammates. VRS will automatically target improvement opportunities so you can get up to speed even faster. VRS also makes it easy for you to request and schedule one-on-one or group coaching sessions. These sessions can range from 30 to 90 minutes, and you can select the car, track, and setup combination of your choice. Visit virtualracingschool.com today to sign up and get started.
Howdy, 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 everybody, and welcome to the iGPFun Formula 3 series presented by 3D Rapid. I'm Austin Knight. I'm joined by Andy Thompson and with Mark Tranter in the production booth, and you're here live watching Apex Racing TV.
Good evening, Marco. Austin. And good evening, viewers. And good start. Welcome to Barcelona. Not the usual GP layout, but the historical layout. So probably the preferred layout to the drivers' needs. Obviously, that last couple of chicanes in the GP layout is a bit treacherous. So this was a little bit more easy on the speed and on the drivers as well. But certainly some challenging corners here tonight, Austin. And I'm really looking forward to this 60-minute race.
I'm looking forward to it too, and I gotta say, thank you for the compliment. I didn't know I sounded Italian today, but I guess I do. But yeah, very excited for this race. You know, Barcelona, historic, very fun track. You get some great racing around here. Very wide track. You can use multiple lines, and the final sector, it's not that obstructive as the regular Grand Prix circuit is. So we're going to be getting some nice moves set up from the final corner. And turn 1, that's going to be a very entertaining race down there. A lot of drafts going to be used. And, you know, this is going to be some great side-by-side racing here at Barcelona. We got 60 cars all lined up and ready to go here today. We got qualifying finishing up right now here. And I'm excited to see on how this race is going to go.
Yeah, definitely. Marto is probably the hot favourite. I mean, we saw him last time out just dominate the race. So He's done extremely well again. Obviously looking like he's put himself on pole position at the moment, so Marteau is certainly going to be the one to chase down during this race, I think, and obviously trying to make a fight back from in the championship standings at the moment, so we'll have the emphasis on trying to win again to maximise his points. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting race, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's going to be very fun, and qualifying's just finishing up right now. I believe our last driver just came into the pit lane, so we're going to have our qualifying results ready for y'all very, very soon. And the iGP rules, no 3 wide. Some on the first lap, some drivers might get a better start than everything, because remember back in Snowden, we've had a few bad starts, which had a few incidents over there. I believe everybody's going to be pretty safe around here because, Barcelona, the front straight is really wide. You can fit 5 cars side by side across the front straightaway, and then you got the runoff heading into turn 1. So if anyone makes a mistake, you just go through turn 1 right there. So it's going to be a very fun start, I could say, and a very fun afternoon for everybody here for the iGP Fun community and everybody watching on Apex Racing TV. It's Thiago Marteau will be starting up on pole, followed by Jerome Lamley, Christopher Herbino, followed by Felipe Dantas, Max Bartolota, and Max Chiquino in 6th place, Alex Fournier and Pier Francesco Particolo, Francesco Fiorni, followed by Timo Braun, Leonardo O'Cherry, Will McIntyre in 12th place. Behind him is Laurent Crispet de Urel, Lucas Marouk, Simon Fessi, Roberto Fai, Andy Flint, Robert Ridgway, Alvaro Garcia, Antonio Tellez, Adam Talsma, Philip Lucas, Andrea Brichetti, Luciano Lorenzo in 24th. Victor Barris and Alistair Hay, followed by Luca Verani, Massimo De Laurentiis, Martin Devine, Clark Williams, Ryan Baird, Roberto Martirana, Rodrigo Duran, Giuseppe Faro, Alex Ledo, Kuji Aito in 36th, followed by Sonny Rosario, Jacob Potts, Zoltan Zomotor, Richard Van Veen, Francesco Carcacci, Ben White, Daryl Governor, Stuart Millen, Erwin Corticas, Isaac Ruska, Fabio Viola, Hector Bolliger in 48th. They're followed by Brian Forrest, James Luis, Noel Richie Robertson, Marcel Leclerc, Reed Dennis, Matthew Brewer, Paulo Breme, Matthew Gracie, Adrian Vigil, Rod McGuire, Luciano Zanier, and Giancarlo Mira at the end of our 60-car grid here at Barcelona.
And take a breath there, Austin.
Actually, I wasn't stressed that much on this one.
Oh, it was quite calm considering we got a full grid here today, so it's going to be interesting, that's for sure. 60 cars on a pretty tight track, but it is nice and wide at parts, so it should be entertaining.
It certainly is, and it's going to be very fun to watch this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights, and we're green here at Barcelona as they all get off the line right there. Marteau gets an okay start right behind him. His teammate getting an even better start, Lamley. And Marteau, that front row right there. Herbo gets a good start trying to get past Lamley on the outside. It's not going to be there. Gets behind him right as everybody heads through turns 1, 2, and 3 pretty calmly. No one's doing anything big sendy-wise.
She all managed to get off the grid as well, which is always good to see. But Lamley at the moment just split into 2 teammates. I know. Oh, it was a memorable time, that was for sure.
I spoke too soon. We got 4 cars off in turn 4. Christopher De Laurel is one of them back there, and I think Alistair Hay and Luca Verani might have been involved in there. There's Luca, and I feel like, Lorenzo Zanier and Ido have towed back into the pit lane. We might get a replay of what's happened there. Not a good start in the midfield.
No, definitely. It's slightly
that was down in 13th.
Well, it's probably upper field with a 60-car grid. Used to be in
upper field, midfield. What would be the midfield here? 30th place?
Yeah, 30th midfield. I mean, that's insane. That's probably most races, most drivers I've been in a race with, never mind a 60 car grid.
Outside of endurance racing, especially. Ooh, hello Fournier, almost getting into the back of Ferroni as he gets his nose chopped, and here he comes out. Here we go right now. And here's that replay. Here is Gabriel heading up onto turn 3, heading into turn 4. You can see 2 wide right here. Oh, there's the 19 down since I had. Oh, he's just got tapped right there, and I feel like he might have just been joined by a few cars. Oh, yep, there's the Ferrari.
Yeah, second incident. Quite tired, it's a bit bent there, but still managing to go around. So obviously a little bit of deception there from iRacing. I mean, look at that, how tightly packed it is in the upper spin. Oh,
just a missed braking point, locked up spin. Lap 1. This track's a little bit greasy as well. It's a little bit slippery. We were hearing this from the F3 drivers yesterday in the Apex Racing Academy VRS Super Series that takes place on Saturdays at the same tracks. It's a different format, much shorter. We like to think Apex Racing TV and the Formula 3s are a combination of sprint races and the feature race on Sunday.
It's sort of the F3's taken over at the moment on the weekends on Apex Racing TV. Like you said, we've got sprint races on the Saturday, and we've got this feature race, an hour-long race on the Sunday. So obviously paying to all the F3 fans out there, that's for sure, from the weekend at Apex Racing TV. But certainly starting to heat up now out on track, watching Simon Fessy in 12 being chased quite tightly there by McIntyre in 13th with 5 behind him in 14th, but they're pretty much all still within. Oh, was that? Oh, just go on the that was close.
Oh, it's the heart race heading out of the final corner. Look at the number 3 down onto the inside, heading into turn 1. That's Burketti. As Burketti, well, yeah, he got past Salzman right there. McIntyre side by side with the 25, 125 of Roberto 5 down the inside of McIntyre. They're holding around the outside right here, but McIntyre leaving a no space to operate. But here comes McIntyre down to the inside, heading into what I call calamity corner. Saw big accidents here yesterday. Everybody's taking it through there pretty calm. McIntyre falls to 5. Arno Cherry sitting in 10th place. Good start by him.
Actually haven't had more incidents go around turn 7, because that's a real treacherous corner around this track, and if you get that braking area wrong and that kidsy litter on that right and hit that with your tyres, you're pretty much going to be spinning this car. I'm quite surprised we haven't had anyone yet. Drivers obviously well versed in that corner and how treacherous it can.
Oh, they all crashed out yesterday.
They are, it's just insane.
There's a reason why I said calamity corner right there. That corner didn't have a name until last race.
As we watch Lucas Murrick sat there in 15th with McIntyre just in front of him, so they're having a really good battle, these lot. McIntyre, Murrick, Flint just behind him with Ridgway. So
Adam Talsman's in the pit lane. Interesting to see Adam in there. From what I know, that would just be from damage. Might have hit a curb way too hard, picked up some wing damage, or a starting penalty, just couldn't get into the pit lane on lap 1. So this is lap 3, so I'm guessing it would just be damage though.
That'll be on it. Can't be any other reason why you would come in at this early stage. So.
Unless you were bumped into the pit lane, but I don't see how that would be happening unless somebody got into the grass, bumped into you, and sent you in there. But I saw him moving in there. Oh, there's Calamity Corner.
There you go.
Lucas.
There's a way to
Flint.
There's a way to get around the corner. Just use your teammates around you.
Is that team name called Scuderia La Scuderia?
Right, okay. But I suppose he wouldn't have any damage on his car as well, because he did seem to hit Andy Flint there quite hard.
Yeah, he got really slapped into there.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's what we see at Calamity Corner all the time. Somebody goes low, somebody goes high, and the high guy, not knowing that they're going to stay down there, goes for the apex. The guy going low might have missed the braking point, go into them. Multiple things happen. The guy on that high side could be going through life, be stuck in the middle. and, you know, be forced down low because it's a pretty tight corner.
Yeah, sure is. And Jerome Amy in second place is actually spoiling the team partnership up there in first and second. Obviously, with Amy in between the sandwich, as we previously talked about in another race. So Amy just in between the two mates. But good to see Marteau not having it all his own way. I mean, the last race he pretty much got out from the front and just extended the gap. At the moment, it's down to 0.9 of a second at the moment. So Amy and Evelyn in third place at 1.9 seconds off the back of Amy. So interesting at the top. So Marteau might not have it all his own way this race. And whoa, as we just watched there.
Oh my God.
What was that?
I think that was Leno.
Yeah, Leno. Basically just.
Oh, look at the back left wheel.
You're not getting around this corner, surely not.
I think that just might be on our side. I think he might actually have that going, or he just doesn't know that. Yeah, I believe that's fine to carry on. It's just on our screen. It's
yeah, looks weird.
it ain't there. But I believe we switch away, then we go back. It's fine. Trevin sending down the inside. Looking down the inside, not going for it though. But it definitely had an opportunity heading to that corner.
Good, this historic track does have some good passing places. This is probably a really
it's a superior Barcelona track.
Yeah, it certainly is. I mean, as you can see here, this is different. You can see that inside bit that you came from the F1. This one, they just swing right around the outside, so they're literally on the power from the
inside. So he did have damage.
Yeah, he must have. Yeah, but literally probably maxing out the top speed coming down into turn one, which makes it. All the more important that you make sure you get your braking zone coming into that corner, because you can get a slowdown coming off turn one going into turn two if you get it completely wrong. So not only are you going to be off track and lose pace, you're going to get a slowdown to boot. So
yeah, if you ride on board as somebody in the draft from the start to the end of the pit lane. Oh no! That's James.
James Thulis getting spun around. Oh no.
Oh, James in the wall. Engine air intake off and the rear wing damage right there. Ryan Berry is off as well. And he's actually towed. So multiple incidents happening here, but pretty small incidents.
Yeah, well, I mean, at least we haven't got half the grid in the pit lane, so that's a bonus, I suppose.
Yes, that is a very good bonus. I'm trying to remember which race that was.
That was the last one at Bathurst, wasn't it?
I don't believe it was Bathurst. I was talking with Luca the other day, and he, immediately after that race, and I don't think it was Bathurst last week, or it was. No, it was Bathurst.
There you go.
I do so many commentaries back to back that we can.
You're just a busy man, Austin. It all melds into one, doesn't it? As we watch Sonny Rosario just getting passed down.
Balaguer down the inside. And, ooh, nice slide job by Balaguer right there. So Rosario getting a nice look at that, getting onto the back end of Hector ahead of him. So another move heading into turn one. Matthew Gracie stuck behind Ron McGuire. And all behind him, going around his Brewer.
Again, that all completely wrong. So easily to done in that corner. Just doing it, as you would say, Austin, too much mustard.
Yeah, too much mustard indeed. Back end goes out. Too much throttle application. And then your back end comes looser than a freshly wetted slip and slide.
Watching currently Vincenzo Carcetti in 24th position. They're still quite closely, only 22 seconds behind the leader, so the field isn't spreading out that much. I mean, the power of the slipstream around this track doesn't... as we watch Divine in front of Carcetti there, getting it slightly wrong, coming out in the last two turns there and losing a position to Carcetti in 23rd, so he moves up a place. But yeah, the slipstream in this place is quite strong, so it pulls the drivers along, as we see a big, long train still within this race, currently on lap number 8 of 30, and that's probably why Marteau is not being able to get away from Lamy in second place, because he's still within that slipstream area, and then he's just pulling on across, so an extremely close race. You can see that all the way down to 25th, 24 seconds behind the leader, so still quite close on the track.
Yeah, the draft is so powerful around here. They've lost Herbido, actually. Herbido's falling back behind there. There's a car down the inside. That's Fessy. In the 61. Yeah, Calamity Corner. You could join me in saying this, because I can guarantee you this is what happened. In 3, 2, 1, 2. Actually, no, I just got into the grass. Got into the gravel right there. I thought he just spun it off the exit. It was just a light tap right there. Herbido's had an incident. So we go back live. Herbido, Marteau's teammate, is off the track, heading out of turn 10.
See what happens here. So you can see him in the background coming down to the...
Lamley and Herbido. Well, there goes Lamley.
Ooh.
Oh,
hits him.
And oh!
Right in the middle of the track, lady. I don't know, didn't have a choice where he was going there. Innocent bystander, but
well,
not two.
Marteau has the lead now.
Yeah.
And by 6 seconds.
Yes. Not by his own doing, though, I must admit.
Not by his own doing, but he was pushing Lamley hard into a mistake there. And Lamley was over pushing the car, and there goes a mistake. And unfortunately, Herbido didn't want to be in the wrecking ball. Just couldn't avoid it.
It's not a lot you could have done there, to be fair. You're sort of in no man's land, spread across the track. If you go forward, you might take a driver. If you go back, you might take a driver. So, unfortunately,
if he missed the corner, he would have probably lost the spot to Dantes. But you know, I would, if I saw that happening, I would take the off track.
Oh yeah, definitely, yeah. These cars can kick out quite quickly.
Oh yeah.
So you think you could catch it?
Actually,
but then
there's a gravel trap up there. I just realized we're all the historic version. Oh, that's Robin at Calamity and Garcia. Oh, Garcia, a little bit too tight right there, and the knockback broke off his wheel, and also Giuseppe's wheel as well was the other driver involved in there.
Too close, I think, there, Austin.
Yeah, a little neck code sent the car up into the air, got settled back down, and a big crash right there.
We watch old Cherry here all over the back of Fournier. Maybe able to make the pass coming down here into turn number 1. Fournier takes the defensive inside line, making sure that Cherry has to go around the outside, but just can't his car up on that inside. So still be going side by side around these corners. Managing to get out is on fire.
Side by side through here is always exciting to see. Another incident happening in Barcelona, having as off the track. We might get an incident review of that. This is Robert Ridgway down the inside. The Atomic Racing car. Nice overtake on Philip Lucas right there. 414. As Ridgway bad exit to the chicane. Here's that replay of Richard Van Veen having an incident. Once again, it's that turn 10. And there's smoke already ahead. And oh, he just loses the back end as well. Somebody must have had an oil spill down there or something, because everybody's losing their back end. It's just, you just want to just hit that corner so hard that everybody just applies a little bit too much throttle. The back end goes out, and next thing you know, you're making a trip to the pit lane. It was a good save by Richard right there.
We did see Laney get hit pretty hard by Herbido, so maybe just spilt some oil on the track when he took him out there. But currently watching Victor Barras here in a bit of a fight for 15th up to 14th with Lucas, Ridgway, Tellez, and Barras with Barracetti just managing to stick
around the outside. Hello, Brichetti. He's gone down to the inside, and Bricchetti's going to swing past him right there. But here comes Victor Barras down to the inside of turn 3, holding that bottom line right there. But Brichetti trying to hold it around the outside, and look at that. There's Clark Williams trying to join the party. Side by side again for turn 4. VRS down the inside. Burketti on the outside. Burketti's still there, heading into Clamden Corner. They're so close right there. None of them's giving any bit of room to each other. And it's Burketti down the inside for 17th.
Clark's managed to get right on the back of this. These pair fighting it out quite intensely. And Clark managing to get onto the back as we watch a battle here for 37th. With,
Gracie and Laedo.
Obviously came in the pits from a bit of a damaged car, so doing a bit of damage limitation with yourself and Marjorie.
Yeah, Alex Laedo at their home track. Well, home country track, and goes a little bit wide right there. Kicks up a little bit of dirt, but continues on.
Burketti here in 17th place with Barris. Williams still behind him, just hanging on to the coattails of Barris, just behind to try and stick him with this fight. So these two fighting it out will give Clark maybe the opportunity to do a double move coming into turn 1.
Barris once again. Barris now on the outside, diving to the inside. Oh, Barris cleared Burketti, and Burketti just blipped out of existence. And if you're Clark, well, there
this is weird.
There he is. Clark Williams doesn't have to be scared now, but always a little bit frightening when the car ahead of you just disappears a little bit due to connection loss. And everybody around here is in all over the world. We got drivers from, I believe, all four corners of the world today. We got drivers from America, South America, Europe, definitely, because this is a Italian-led series. And do we have any from South America, I believe? But South Africa.
Africa, you do, yeah.
Africa, yeah. And Kuchi Aido is in Japan.
And we got Canada as well, so all over the globe.
Canada's above America.
It is above America.
Yeah, all four corners being represented here.
And he is. Max Barcelona in second place has profited from the earlier incident and been promoted. But Marteau at the moment's just extended that lead out around about 2 seconds more. But Dantas is now right onto the back of Barcelona, and it'll be interesting to see what sort of
Simon looking down the inside. Big set heading into turn 1. He doesn't have it clear though. He's going to go a little bit wide heading into turn 2, getting himself a better line heading into turn 3 right there. And Simone Fessy, there's the slide job, gets right ahead of McIntyre right there, cuts off all that clean air, gives him a big whack of dirty air, and continues to stay ahead. Great overtake by the French driver. Peroni ahead of Giacchino. And Alex Fournier right here. Battle for 5th goes a little bit wide. This is the inside curb. Well, that curb has definitely taken a few cars out of the practice session, as Giacchino is right behind them, and so is Alex Fournier. And a little mistake heading into 6 and 7 might have gave them a little bit of chance to catch up now, as they do get a good hit of draft. And I'm going to say about next lap, I'm expecting Giacchino to be right on the tail end of his teammate.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you look at the timing time now, you can see little pockets of battles.
Hello! Down the inside, Darrell sending one right there, but oh, look down his inside now. He's not done yet. Kirkechi defending hard, still down his inside. The double right hitters out. Oh, no, they touch.
That was hard fighting. That's so unfortunate. Certainly coming around that corner, because you do get thrown out when you come out that corner to the left-hand side of the track. So always treacherous going 2 by 2 wide, because it's an extremely fast corner, that last 2 corners coming out of this track. And unfortunately, we saw there that the inside car just got pushed out into the car trying to take him around the outside. So unfortunately, another one bites the dust there. So we're down to 43rd down, has been in the pits in this race, so nearly 20 drivers.
42, you mean 34. 34 down has been into the pits.
Yeah, that's not very good. Nearly half a minute.
Yeah, nearly half the grid.
Nearly half the grid.
5 more cars. As is in again, Darrell. Well, he had the outside line around here, and I think he just turned in. He didn't expect Kargechi to still be down there, and bam.
Simple incident like that and you get taken out of the race, isn't it? I mean, that's your race pretty much over, and you just having limitations from there. But as we see, Marteau just putting in a fastest lap of 132.322 in the race, so that's considerably faster than the next guy underneath, but 132.69. So trying to extend the gap slightly.
Dantis down to the inside, and Max Bartolota made that move nice and clean on the 3D wrap. Squadra Corsa 1 car, and the iGPFun-F3 series is brought to you by 3DWrap.it. 3D Wrap custom sim racing parts. You need a custom sim racing mod for your pedal steering wheels, go to 3DWrap.it. You can find at 3DWrap.it.
Join the action back here, Roberto Martorana in 34th place. Trying to have a big fight here with Pablo Brem in front of him. Just going to try and make the inside move coming down into turn 1. I think we're going to go side by side. But I think he's going to manage to get the move.
He's got that in easy right there. That one right there is going to be a little battle of the wits right there, because Roberto, he was definitely looking to send one, and Polo just waiting for the right move and just decided, I'm just going to bide my time right here because we're halfway through the race. Just got onto the brakes early and decided he's going to follow them. There's still time to make up that spot. Max Giacchino behind Alex Fournier right now, heading to the final sector. Got a replay of Max Giacchino. Turn 7. I'm expecting him to just go. Whoa! Hello! And there's a cone second his rear wing. And there he goes.
I was expecting them cones to go a hell of a lot more than in this race and what they have coming out of that turn. It's another treacherous part of the track, certainly with that kitty litter on the outside, but you need to try and maximise your speed there, because that's one of the places where you can gain a lot of time on this track. So, a bit of a risk pays with reward, but obviously failure ends with disaster. So,
look what's happening for third. Bartolota and Dantis getting a little bit heated, heading into Calamity. Bartolota down to the inside. Dantis really defending right there, and they touch! Dantis gets into the grass right in front of Particolo. Pierre Francesco has the best seat in the house right now. Oh, so do we, because we're on board of him. And heading into turn 8 right now, fast right-hander. How is Dance's car still going after that hit? You see Bartolota defending down to the inside. And Philip Dance is definitely going to have a little bit of red mist going up there. He's got more than a little bit of red mist. Brake lockup as well. He's right behind Bartolota, heading into the final sector. The triple right-handers right now. It's going to be a massive drag race. Pierre Francesco Particolo getting it off into the grass. Going to have to lift off the gas a little bit right there. Marteau puts in the new fastest lap of the race. And the fight for the podium is definitely on behind him, though, as they head onto the front straightaway. Bartolota defending down to the inside. Here comes Philip Dantis. Dantis following Bartolota as he snakes down the front straightaway. Going back onto the outside. Defending back onto the inside. Decides not to. Cuts across the front nose again, heading into the braking zone. No overtakes from Dantis right there. But this is a very heated fight.
I mean, how did he say that? I don't know. He was completely off the track, and just some great skill. But these two now are fighting nose to tail. Bartolota in second place, heavily trying to defend.
A little bit wide.
So giving Dantis the speed advantage, but still maintaining that defensive line around Calamity Corner, as Austin as well named it now, coming up into the treacherous.
Oh, here comes Dantis. We go back live, going replay. Here's what happened last time by. Dantis locks up the rear a little bit, gets onto the outside, and just comes back across the track. And then Bartolota gives him a little tap into the brakes. How did he say that right there? And if we go back live, Dantis made the move on Bartolota. So I think, and here's Bartolota on the attack, down to the inside, and Dantis had a lock-up check-up right there. And missing that, and I believe we're going to get the replay of the overtake that we just saw start as we went to the replay, and here's that overtake. Felipe Dantas heading into Calamity Corner behind Barcelona, and he's right on that gearbox, going down to the inside. And Barcelona around the outside. Oh, he's just covered him off right there. That is a beautiful, beautiful move by Felipe Dantas. Look what's happening behind him. Alex Fournier trying to get, no, that's Francesco Ferroni trying to get on the action with Peter Francesco Bartolo.
Yeah, what it's doing with these two fighting hard in front and Barcelona being ultra defensive over Dantes behind him is he's now brought a lot more cars into the fray. Yeah, we had Patrick Colo, who's we had a great onboard camera watching the fight, but now we've got Farini in 5th place and Fournier in 6th is starting to creep up onto the battle now. So we've got near enough 5 cars battling over for this 2nd place. So it's going to be really interesting last half to this race, but I'm going to call it. I think Dantas and Barcelona are going to get into a bit of a scuffle, and one of them's going to end up off the track, I think, with the way that they're going at it.
It's certainly bound to happen if they keep this aggression up. And, ooh, Sonny Rosario escaping Hector Balaguer. Balaguer getting very loose in turn 4. Rosario is behind it. He saw the back end slip out. He had to back out of it unless he wanted to become a mangled part of F3 machinery.
Yeah, definitely. But Balaguer there in 24th, managed to get the move done on Rosario, pushing it down to 25th. But still a long way to go. Another 11 laps of this track to get some position back as we're joining on board with Adam Talsma, who's back in 35th place after that very unusual lap 3 pit. Still haven't found out what that was, but it had to have been some damage on his car.
I believe Wayne damage. Oh!
Who was that?
I believe so.
Getting hung out to dry round turn number 7.
Always a scary mode to come around a corner. You see a car in the gravel traps and they're coming back on. There's Talisman down the inside.
It certainly is, like.
I saw Adam Talisman in the incident at Calamity Corner. It was turned around, so definitely had damage. It was probably from that incident because it made the Scuderia La Scuderia team name.
Yeah, we look at the timing tab now, we can sort of see them all starting to spread out now with all the little mini fights that are going on. That's where all the big gaps start to come into this race, because if we remember back earlier, there was only 22 seconds between about 24th on the field and the 1st place, but now we look at it, they've certainly stretched out. We can see the little pockets of battle here for 10th place with Braun and Fessy. Then we got one for 14th with Tellez, Ridgway, Barras, Barracetti in 18th, and then another one there for 20th with Divine, White, Rosiska, Williams, and
that's a
just
train right there.
Isn't it?
That's 4 cars going at each other, and Ruska and White, the time tower made that move on each other. There it is. Heading to turn 10, Isaac Ruska down the inside. Here comes White. Williams looking down the inside right there, but Ruska held it around the outside, kept it. Actually, no, that was Ruska looking down the inside on the White.
It was. I
so jumbled up that I'm going to cross-side over here. And I think we're going to get another one right now. Here is Martin Devine against the 21 of Ben White. Right down the inside. Here comes Ruska. Ruska wanted to go 3 wide. Clark Williams in the background as well, trying to have a little attack right now, but Ruska holding around the outside. And Ruska up in the 21st.
That was a great follow there from Williams behind Ruska. He just followed them into turn number 1 and was able to pass Devine there. So Devine lost 2 places going into that corner as Williams was just following Ruska and just managed to get the move done. So a great move there from Williams to just stick on the tail of Ruska in front. Obviously quite aggressive there.
I feel like there might have been a little bit of letting off.
Probably.
He probably saw what was going on in his rearview mirror. It's like, I do not want a part of this sauce.
The mustard's too hot here.
A little bit too spicy.
I see. It's not your American mustard, it's proper English mustard. There you go.
Oh, I'm talking about barbecue sauce.
No, barbecue sauce. going to turn into a food show? I don't know.
Whenever I joined in almost 2 years ago.
As we're watching on board with Victor Barras at the moment, just trying to fight off Baketi in 18th position, coming down here into turn 1. Baketi just behind him, just sticks his nose up on the inside, trying to do it, but thinks better of it and backs out. And Victor still
he was looking for the window, and here's the window for Isaac Ruska. Ruska around the outside. He's got a car length advantage right now, but to send down the inside, heading into turn 1. Ruska all the way off to the curves right there, and he's made that overtake work. White really sent it down there. Clark Williams, oh, he's fighting for that position as well. Big switchback heading into turn 4. He's got his nose down the inside. And Clark Williams still got in there because they touch him. We got a F3 on its side.
Oh, you can see that.
Oh.
Man, that was like slow motion. You could just see his car coming back into the White's car.
That was the slowest flip I've ever seen. And luckily he didn't flip. This is the real. If this was real life, I'd be so glad he didn't flip. But
no,
man, that was.
Not.
Oh, and Williams again in an incident. So it goes around, comes around right there. Martin Devine escaping that one as well. Well, Martin Devine made the smart decision to let that spiciness go as he just. Well, got those positions back. Here's what happened with Martin. This is a different incident. Turn 10, big spin, and then comes across the track. Somebody took the rallycross track.
Wow. Okay. How did he not pick up another car there? That was a height in the moment for the drivers behind him when you see this spinning car just going across the track. It's like, wow, it's just pot luck really if you're going to miss him. But yeah, certainly Martin Devine seemed to do the correct decision there. You called it there. He probably let him through. It was too hot, and certainly them 4 drivers have put pay to each individual races. Really, been fighting so hard together. But one guy that's again just driven away from the rest of the field is Thiago Martel in first place, 13 seconds ahead of Dantas, the big fight for second place at the moment. But he's managed to pull out a little bit of a lead over Bartolotta in third place. 1.9 seconds gap, so something's obviously happened. And
I think Pier Francesco and Bartolotta might have had an inter-team fight right there.
Probably.
Because they are on the same team, but Particolo might have got alongside of Bartolotta, and that allowed Dantas to get a good gap between them. And, when you're in a big fight, you definitely do not want to lose the lead cars. We got Adam Tausma sending one down the inside of Laurentis. Laurentis on the inside now, and Tausma heading into Calamity Corner. Tausma rounding outside of Calamity. We saw this one before. Ended the 4-way one time. Doesn't get the overtake right there, but the Scuderia lost Scuderia driver all on the tail end of Laurentis. As this is Timo Braun down the inside, turn 1, and no money right there as Lucas as well defended right there from Timo. As that Simon Fessy was looking down the inside. Fessy looking another down the inside. Doesn't go for it.
No, definitely not. But we just saw the fight there between Adam Tausma and Laurentis. Those two actually been in the pit, so to manage to get up to 28th and 29th position is a really good comeback from them 2 drivers. The top 2 drivers are the guys that have gone into the pit lane, so a good recovery drive. Obviously, it was early on that Adam Tausma went in. I'm not sure when Laurentis went into the fight, but
here comes Laurentis and Tausma. Laurentis back down the inside of Tausma, and beauty crossover right there by Laurentis, and Tausma falls back down to 29th after just getting the overtake. Sector 3 strikes again.
I was just thinking that, why is Clark Williams down there? We were just watching, but remember he obviously spun out on turn 7, didn't he? So that's why he's currently down in 30th position with that very heated fight that we saw earlier on. So trying to make a little bit of a recovery drive here in 30th place. But certainly a lot of action in this 60-minute race, and we've still got 6 laps to go.
Yes, we do, and it is still heart pounding in the midfield as the few cones get sent into space. Thanks to Adam Tasman right there.
Just flying Scotsman Stuart Milner in 22nd place with Divine Rosario right on his tail as well. So have those two guys for company at the moment. But Divine seems to be playing a very cautious race here, and it seems to be paying off a little bit. Obviously 23rd position, up 6 places from where he started, but we look at the big gainers around him, they're all 20 plus in front of him. So Isaac Ruska 26 places, Hector Balga 27 places, Stuart Mine 22 places, so really profiting from a lot of the incidents that have gone on during this race. And we come to see that in this IGP Fun, you know, people making extreme gains during the race, and not very much heard of on stream, just keeping it nice and clean, and just trying to keep their nose out of trouble. And in these hour-long races, it's actually not a bad time.
Oh, Brichetti said it. Brichetti and Robert Ridgway having a little bit of issue. Brichetti is like blinking in and out. Robert Ridgway and Brichetti are really in a tight fight. That's behind this fight in the fight for 16th. That's Fione defending on the inside of Fournier. As Francesco holds that top 5 spot. 5 laps to go between them. But yeah, the biggest mover is Breme. Paulo Breme and Rob McGuire, 25 and 27 overtakes. You know, usually when you see a driver with 27 overtakes, be like, wow, they go from last to first.
Yeah.
No, they're in well, Hector Balaguer also has 27. He's the 21st.
Yeah, it's just the size of this grid. And 60 cars on track started this race. All the 2 look like they are not started the race, but the other 57 cars are still in the race. So very congested grid. So Martel has to make his way around. Probably a lot of back markers at the moment.
Slow car on the straightaway. So Francesco Fioroni actually is a slow car right there. I think it might have gone a little bit wide, as is that Derail ahead of him in 39. Yeah, that is Derail right there ahead of Fioroni. That's a laps car. And, oh, Derail's off wide.
Oh, I thought he was going to spin across the track there, like, and that would have put a bit of blinkers.
That would have been a sour note on that opportunity. Francesco Fioroni trying to get around the lap car. Oh, he gave him a little tap.
I think that was certainly a bit of Metco going down there then. But,
yeah, that definitely was on purpose. But Christopher Derail is toted to the pit lane. Unfortunate tap right there, but you know, these two were in a fight. Lap car got involved. Don't think that was on purpose.
No, obviously not. None of these drivers are malice in that way. Obviously, incidents do happen in the world of racing. And unfortunately, you know, people do get hit off the course, but nobody really makes it intentional. Certainly in this IGP Fun series, all the drivers respect each other immensely. So always good racing to be had, with the odd incident thrown in there for good measure, I suppose.
Absolutely, but you know, there's always 2 cars in an incident. One car sometimes at the more fault. I know elbows out racing does happen, and is a total thing in elbows out racing. You get incidents. We've seen a lot of elbows out racing here. Right now, speaking of elbows out, this is Dantas getting by 707. Barcelona right behind him, getting a good opportunity. Dantas getting a bad line through the final sector. And here comes Barcelona shooting the moon down through the middle right there, getting the good draft of the 707 lap car. Barcelona up into 2nd place with 4 laps to go. And Dantas down in the 3rd, trying to get the draft back on Barcelona, trying to make that move back again, but it doesn't come. The lap traffic playing a big factor right now here in the fight for 2nd place.
Only 3 laps to go with these two fighting it nose to tail, and Barcelona getting a really good hand, dealt a good hand there coming off the last corner as he goes a bit wide there, and Dantas managing to try and get down the inside. So
he set himself up for that for Calamity Corner, almost made contact right there, down onto the inside. And Dantas switchback opportunity, a little bit loose off the exit. Barcelona retakes 2nd place.
absolutely defensive moves from Barcelona going on here. You know, Dentis just trying all he can to try and get past switchbacks, move on the inside, trying to get him on the outside, and Barcelona at the moment does have his numbers cards matched, and Dantis is going to have to pull off something extraordinary to try and get the move done on Barcelona. I just hope it's played out on track and not by an incident that I
Here Francesco Particolo is also behind them as well. This might turn into a 3-car fight. 2 3D Rapid Squadra Corsa cars in there. Squadra Corsa 1 and Squadra Corsa 3, they're on different teams, but they're underneath the same team banner. Here Francesco Particolo gets onto the outside sausage curves right there. That slowed him up. He's not going to be a part of this fight, but he's going to have the best view in the house right there. As Bartolota defending down to the inside, they going back onto the outside, weaving across the track. Dantis in the draft right there. Not going to be in the toe opportunity to send one right there, but he's still in the draft. The lap car is ahead of them right there, and we saw what happened with Dantis and lap traffic really holding him up right there. This could be, gets out of the way. Dantis is probably shaking his head. It's like, no, stay in the way, hold him up. I need this.
Yeah, pay back from the last one. But no, these guys going down to
every
the
driver's
wire.
different. Every driver's different.
They certainly are. But some of the defensive move Bartolona's doing at the moment to keep Dantas behind him is quite impressive. He's doing everything he can in his arsenal to keep Dantas behind in 3rd place at the moment. And what he really needs is Patricolo in 4th place to get up nice and tight behind Dantas to give him something else to think about.
Dantas went really wild at the end. He just sniped a cone into, the Shadow Realm right there. And you can tell he's really pushing that car to its limits. And, a little bit farther on the outside. Oh, and speaking of going wide, Barcelona goes wide. Gets a load of kitty litter underneath the tires. And here comes Felipe Dantas. He has a better run through the final corner right now. He's going to get the draft. 2 laps to go for Dantas and Bartolota. Dantas in the draft just looks a little bit too far away, but he's going to be planted in that gearbox. Bartolota throwing up a little bit of dirt, trying to mess him up. It's not going to be there as Dantas gets very close to Bartolota now.
Yeah, coming up behind him, like you say, 2 laps to go. This one and 1 more to try and get Dantas into that 2nd place. But at the moment, Bartolota does seem to have the position as his own. So really heavily defended, just got enough to cover off what Dantas has given him. And Dantas, obviously, as we saw Bartolona getting a little bit wrong off the final corner, I did see Dantas coming out of that corner and snake it a little bit, so he lost a little bit of speed. So that's why he wasn't right on the gearbox of Bartolona in 2nd place. But certainly have battles throughout the field, as we got Giacomo in 6th place with Farini just behind him in 7th. The 2 teammates trying to battle it out for 6th place.
The battle out for 6th place, as well as the battle for 2nd place. Here Francesco Particolo is just barely holding on, but he's falling away from Dantas and Bartolota as Francesco Fioroni behind Max Giacchino. QT Barto takes the white flag in the air as Bartolota and Dantas. This is the fight for 2nd place. 1 more lap to go. Look how close Dantas is this time. 2/10 back, heading into the final quarter right now.
Really needs that good move and good speed off this corner to try and see Bartolona just snaking down, trying to lose some of that slipstream so Dantas can't get right up behind him. Seems to be doing a job at the moment. We're not seeing Dantas get right up behind the back of Bartolona's car. So a bit of a gap, a bit of breathing space for Bartolona in 2nd place over Dantas in 3rd. Patricolo just in no man's land a little bit at the moment there in 4th place, but we're certainly watching it with intent on this battle for 2nd place. Bartol at the moment's completely checked out, 17 seconds, so certainly this is the hot battle on track at the moment.
Hot battle on the track. Patrick falling away from Dantas and Bartolota. Thank you, Lorenzo in chat, for letting me know I can just say Patrick instead of having to do a tongue twister every time. But Bartolota still leading out Dantas, heading down to that straightaway. QT Barto, 3 corners to go after starting up on pole. and leading the whole way there. It's another win in the bag for number 1, the Delta Sport driver Q Thiago Marto takes another win here at Barcelona. As the fight between Dances and Barcelona, Dances goes a little bit wide trying to gain everything, but I think that is a nail in the coffin right there. Max Bartolota going to finish in 2nd place with Felipe Dantas right behind him in 3rd, and Peter Francesco, Patrick Particolo is going to be finishing in 4th with Alex Fournier in 5th place. Lucas Maruk rounds out the top 10 behind Ocheri, Fai, and Ferroni and Giacchino. As we got a good side-by-side fight right here. It's Rob McGuire. Actually, Rob McGuire is a lapped car. That wasn't a fight. That was him just giving his respects to Q Thiago Marto.
Certainly was, look. But no, great driving there from Barcelona and Dantas. I did thought they were going to come to blows earlier on in the race with how closely they were fighting with each other. But I think that is at Dantas' first race. I don't remember seeing him in the other rounds.
Felipe Dantas, I think he's been around a few times. I don't think he had a good start one round, and that's why. But his name is familiar to me. So right. I believe he's been around here.
Well, it's probably his best result in 3rd place, obviously challenging.
Fantastic result by him.
Yeah, definitely. But, you know, obviously we did have a few incidents at the start of the race that promoted Bartolona Dantas up to 2nd and 3rd. But that's racing. And, yeah, it's great to have Marto on 1st place again, obviously commanding in Bathurst and again here in Barcelona. A little bit of help, I think, with the 2nd and 3rd having a little bit of an incident coming around.
Well, as Q Thiago Marto burns it down here at Barcelona. He's definitely enjoying this one right here. And I got to say, racing needs more donuts. Okay? Just something anyone can agree on. Racing needs more donuts. Now, I don't care if it blows up your engine, you might get an engine penalty. It needs more donuts.
Needs more smoke.
Yeah, always needs more smoke. I'm letting my American show. I don't care.
Big bad engines with big smoking tires is what you're into, honestly.
Yeehaw. You know, I do say yeehaw to that, but I do have a few friends of Formula E, and I'm a big fan of Formula E as well, so I shouldn't always say that, but, you know, smoke is always good. Q Thiago Marto takes the win here today at Barcelona ahead of Max Bartolota, Felipe Dantas, Peter Fitzpatrick, but I'm going to say Peter Francesco Particolo, Alex Fournier, Max Giacchino, Francesco Ferroni, Roberto Fai, Leonardo Ocher, Lucas Merck, Simon Fessy, Timo Braun, Will McIntyre, Antonio Tells, Victor Barris, Andrea Pichetti, Robert Ridgway, and Philip Lucas, your top 18, followed by Vincenzo Carcecci, Isaac Ruska, Hector Balaguer, Stuart Millen, Sonny Rosario, Zoltan Zomutter, Martin Devine, Ellen Corticas, Fabio Viola, Clark Williams, Luca Verani, Massimo De Laurentiis, Adam Talsma, Rod McGuire, Richard Van Veen, Paulo Breme, Noel Richie Robertson, Matthew Brewer, Matthew Gracie, Roberto Maturana in 38th place. They're followed by Alvaro Garcia, Andy Flint, Reed Dennis, Alex Lado, Brian Barrett, Laurent Christopher Dayrell, Ben White, Jacob Potts, Adrian Vidriel, James Luis, Luciano Lorenzo, Giuseppe Faro, Jerome Lamley, Christopher Herberto, Daryl Governor, Robert Duran, Marcel Leclerc, Brian Force, Alistair Hay, Cucciato, Lorenzo, Luciano Zanier, and Gianmarco Mira at the end of our 60-car results. What a race we saw here today, Andy. What a race.
It was everything I expected it to be. A lot of action, a lot of fighting out on track. You know, it's always great when we have 60-car grid, and looking forward to next week in Mosport.
Yeah, heading to Canada Tire Mosport here. Completely different track. It's a lot tighter track. It's going to be a lot of fun. And, you know, traffic is definitely going to be a big part of that. Thank you, everybody, for joining us here in the iGPFun Formula 3 series presented by 3DWrap.it. Here from Circuit of Barcelona, Catalunya, I've been joined by Andy Thompson and Mark Tranter in the production booth, and I'm Austin Knight, and I hope y'all have a good night.
Virtual Racing School was developed to provide support to the next generation of sim racers. No matter if you're a rookie or veteran or what car or track you'll be racing, our goal is to provide training every step of the way. We found that iRacing can be quite difficult without proper training. There needed to be a way to prepare for on-track racing. With VRS, you can literally learn from the best sim racers in the world, including 4-time NASCAR iRacing World Champion Ray Alfala,
And Ray Alfala is a 4-time champion of the NASCAR F3's iRacing Series.
3-time iRacing Grand Prix World Champion Martin Kroenke,
Martin Kroenke becomes a 3-time world champion.
Rallycross World Champion Mitchell de Jong,
Mitchell de Jong is now champion for the iRacing Rallycross World Championship Series.
and many other top sim racers. Data packs include everything you need to start learning. Our World Championship coaches create the data packs by setting a hot lap or a series of fast laps for you to compare, analyze, and replicate. Data packs also include a tutorial where the coach points out techniques they use to hit the fast lap. This gives you access to the latest driving techniques and setups before you even hit the track. Sign up for a free account and download the VRS telemetry logger. With this application running seamlessly in the background, your laps automatically start syncing to the VRS website. From there, you can analyze and compare 2 laps of your choice, whether it's your data, the coaches, or your teammates. VRS will automatically target improvement opportunities so you can get up to speed even faster. VRS also makes it easy for you to request and schedule one-on-one or group coaching sessions. These sessions can range from 30 to 90 minutes, and you can select the car, track, and setup combination of your choice. Visit virtualracingschool.com today to sign up and get started.